Everybody's Invicta. It's time for another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Monday, Mosh Pit. We are heading on into the brand new week here on a 2 streak of really good runs so far. I mean, yesterday's run was great. If you didn't see it for Random Run Day, I highly recommend it. It was a little bit of a shorter video, but definitely worth your while, especially for the combo that we got. And thank you all very much for all the support. I hope, again, you all had a fantastic holiday weekend. Here's your meme of the day. One of my favorite formats brought to you by a friendly stranger on this Invicta subreddit. Title thread was the conversation in the Lorark episode. Instantly remind me of this. Boss, trap, room, boss trap room, mob trap room. I love Joey's face every single time. It's just it works. It's just like it's just like the Vince McMahon meme and the Barney and Moe meme. It works on like in any example. So thank you very much, a friendly stranger. Papa Charlie November Hotel 8 Alpha Hotel 3. We got again, I maintain that I'm pretty sure this is Cinderella's hair, but I could be wrong. I'm not down with my Disney princesses. I absolutely hate this room. Whenever there's not a pushable barrel, this room is just a nightmare. I think what we gotta do is we gotta shoot that, and then it goes something like that. Yep, goes about that way every single time. Good thing we didn't start with 1 HP. Got the iron bar here, which is going to give us a little bit of a damage upgrade, as well as a concussive shot, which will proc every now and then. We're also starting off with teleporter as well, which is not bad. Our stats are very good to start with. I mean, 3.17 tiers. Ain't gonna complain about that. Good movement speed, good damage to start with now. I mean, a slight skew here in terms of our shot speed, but that's about it. Also starting off with 7 bombs, mostly thanks to fast bombs. So I mean, I'm down for all this. This is a fantastic start here. We got a tiers upgrade and a shot speed upgrade. Oh my goodness. Well, now we got 0 complaints now, except I almost just died right there. Man, it's almost as if July like hurt us, you know? Like July, it feels like there's been a turnaround. It's just like I was talking about in that after that Mom's Knife run. I said this is it. I mentioned it yesterday. I'll mention it again. This is it. This is where July turns it all around. And so far, I don't know if we just manifested it or not, but this is absolutely happening. 7 cents here is 7 bombs. I'll go check out the shop. And I'm not too worried about taking damage against the boss. Magician card is going to help that out as well. Although I would like to go into the cursed room. Let's see what the boss gives us first. Because what we can do is we can buy that heart inside of the shop and then teleport out of the cursed room. But we need to make sure we do the boss first, because I don't want to get accidentally taken to the Chimera room. I don't ever remember if the teleporter can actually take you to the Chimera room anymore. I'm pretty sure it can, but it's one of those things I frequently forget. Shouldn't have picked that up. I should have waited. That was a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction there. Get a range and luck upgrade, which is fine. Our range was a little bit lacking, but not too bad. And luck is always... it's always a stat. Get taken to the super secret room. Wow. All right. Well, I'd say a fantastic start overall. Today's question of the episode comes in from J Bessel 1987, who says, question of the day, what does Zombola say about larger maps? Can he confirm or deny the change in the engine? I've asked Zombolas this personally, and he has not mentioned anything about the maps being larger. But there's no confirmation or denial of what's going on with the size of the maps lately that everybody's been seeing. It's not just been me. I want to make that clear. It's not just been me who's been noticing. Ever since the last patch, the game has been generating some seriously insane sized maps, as you all are well aware of, because I talk about it every single time. So I don't know if we'll ever get any kind of confirmation from that. It just we go off of evidence. And from what we've seen in these videos for the last couple months, ever since the patch, it is undoubt. It is provable. Let's go back into the vault here. But if I do get some kind of solid answer for that, which I don't think I ever will, but if I do, I will let everybody know. But I would not hold your breath on that. You take Heartbreak here, which is going to lock in our Devil Deal and also give us a little bit of death protection. It does give us a damage upgrade too, but I'm not a fan of the 3 Broken Hearts that it gives us. So I'm hoping that we end up finding a confessional booth. Maggie's Faith is absolutely unbelievable here. Love, love, love some Maggie's Faith. Now, one thing we also can do, we can spawn an item here if we actually defeat the boss trap room. Okay, I don't actually want. I want Binky, but I don't want it yet. As crazy as that sounds, because I want to go into the boss trap room and go beat it first. So let's grab this because I want to get this. I want to get this extra item. Now, hopefully, in an ideal situation, this is going to be an HP upgrade in here, just to keep us out of harm's way, and it is. Yeah, this is a fantastic, fantastic start here. Now, obviously, I could use teleport to get out of this room to avoid having to actually just get out of the danger. But because our base stats are so high right now, comparatively speaking to where we usually are on floor 2, this is absolutely worth it. And on top of that, we have the outlook of getting a second item here from the boss trap room. So if we can make that happen, that'd be great. Mom's Tattoo is a trinket that you rarely ever hear me talk about or use. But this is one scenario where it could pay out for us in a pretty nice way. And look at that super bandage. Wow. Dude, I don't know what's going on with July now, man. I think we truly did manifest it because good lord, dude. Get Binky is just going to give us our HP back, the soul heart that is. And wow. This is an impressive start, I've got to say. We have a maxed out tears rate. We have a damage over 6. I mean, shot speed's great. I feel like we owe somebody something. Actually, you know what? No, I don't. No, I don't. After the end of June and the beginning of July, no. I rescind my comment. We don't owe anybody anything. The game owes us. Double red champion Monstro is not great for most runs, but in this case where our base stats are very, very, very good, we should be okay, although it is a very nasty matchup for most runs. No, I'm not going to give it a chance. Now, what I could have and probably should have done is I should have used teleport once just to see if it took us to the I Am Error room. Because we could potentially get hooked up there. Dark Princess Crown. I'm just going to teleport out. I forgot Maggie's Faith. I don't mind Flatworm that much. Knew I was forgetting something. It's Steam sale. Take the half price card here. It's going to be a Chariot card. A little bit ballsy to sit there with this Globin charging right at us, but thankfully it was a nice little proc of Iron Bar. I'll take the finger. It's extra damage. Our base damage is actually quite good still. So normally I'm not a major fan of the finger. It's only, and that stems from the idea of being able to control your outgoing damage. Yes, you can control the direction it goes in, but you can't control when it deals damage. It deals constant damage. So it is something to be very keenly aware of whenever you're pointing at something in the game. we go. So you saw the extra little hits there from the finger. And we get a range upgrade, which is kind of whatever. And Succubus. We could take Succubus here. She's going to boost our damage by a whole lot, but bigger things are happening here because we now have activated the Dark Prince's Crown. Okay, so there's another boss trap room here. If we manage to get inside of there, we can get a second item to drop. And the last time we were in there, it was good. Good things happened. Just gonna use teleport here. I'm not too worried about the Ayamera room. You can plainly see. And what I can do is, well, just found the boss. I was gonna say what I can do is I can use the chariot card to go into the curse room and then teleport out. But since we're here, I'm just gonna rip it. You know, very clean Bumbo fight. And we get a regular old HP upgrade. Okay, so I'm gonna do what I was planning on doing, which is use Chariot card just to get in here for free, and then what we can do is we can teleport out for free, and hopefully I can take into the Ayamera room. I take it to the secret room. Okay. And also, it just gave us free entry into the shop too, so that was very kind of it. Judgment card. Oh no, it's a vault. Well. No, there's gonna be a vault in here. We have plenty of bombs. I don't mind bombing for steel chests here. It's just barely enough for us to get maybe a payout from the judgment card. It's mystery sack. It's an item. I mean, mystery sack can drop good stuff. Most of the time it doesn't, but sometimes it does. There's no downside to it. I don't ever recall it ever dropping a troll bomb, but I could be wrong about that. It's not like bomb bag, which is an actual detriment to having and holding. You know that we're sitting pretty DPS wise when we can straight up knock away a Mega Troll Bomb from Wrath. Super Wrath. Oh, okay. Alright, teleporter. Come on now. Can't have you doing that. That is one of the dangers with teleport, and any random teleports that you might have, is being taken directly to the curse room, as you just saw right there. So that spells death. So we don't have enough money to make the shop worthwhile, so I'm just not gonna. We'll head on down. Again, same deal here. We can go into the curse room and teleport out for half price. I think that's totally fine. Secret room should be here. And it's just going to be a regular old greed fight. I would like to get a little bit more movement speed. Movement speed's starting to lack a little bit here as we go on into depths. Could use some more damage as well. 6.04 is still good, but it's not the it's no longer giving us the big power curve spike that we know and love. Got a Hierophant card, which is it's going to give us 2 soul hearts whenever I use it. I'm going to wait on it until I absolutely need it. We end up finding blank card or something like that. That could also be our ticket to victory. And once again, we were made to wait till at least floor 5. Always got to get one. Oh, that was cute. And we failed a 68% Devil Deal, all right. Well, we did get a damage upgrade at least. Yeah. I guess we could do it. We get a damage upgrade here again with Mom's Ring. I'll take that for sure. Soul of Isaac's going to give us a reroll that we can use for anything. And most likely we'll use it either for Boss Rush or for the next Devil Deal if we eventually ever get one. Mom's Toenail, the worst trinket in the game by far. Don't know if that's going to be one that gets buffed. I know that, I know from speaking with Ed, I know that Mom's Toenail was one of the top listed items that needed changing in terms of trinkets. That poll he did a couple months ago. And the Reverse High Priestess card, just as useless as the Toenail, maybe even more dangerous. Virgo. Virgo is going to give us the Virgo Shield whenever we take damage, but more importantly, it's also going to give us neutral or positive pills. Not that we have too many stats that really could be influenced by a positive pill yet, but, you know, we'll see. Birthright, we get Jacob's freaking ladder. Let's go. Go for that. Get a full health upgrade there. We get a Soul Heart. Half price sack. I'm not going to turn that down. Man, oh man. Absolutely cruising here. Okay. Teleport. You're on notice. That's the second time now you've taken us to a curse room, and I don't appreciate it. You're supposed to be saving us HP, not costing us HP. Do it again, and you're done for the run. You're done. All right? I demand a higher level of performance here. All right, what you're doing right now is you're performing like a rookie. You're looking like a scrub. This is Bush League right here. I go around preaching the ways of teleport meta and trying to show people exactly the reason why it's so good, and you can't be failing like this. You're fumbling here. It's cardio coin, but I can't be bothered with all the spikes. Call me lazy, but I ain't gonna deny it. All right, gonna go in the curse room. We get Little Horn. That is the second time now this week, in recent days, that I've accidentally hit the Q key by taking my left hand briefly off the keyboard and putting it back down. We don't need Ipecac here. Yeah, we just straight up don't need Ipecac here. We can, however, get into the boss trap room, which is what I'm going to be doing now. And then if we clear it, we get an extra item courtesy of Mom's tattoo, or the temporary tattoo. Feels like I'm walking on sunshine. We get a speed up, nice, and a health up, and balls of steel. Wow, Virgo tearing it up for us. Okay, let's chill with the schmoves here, Little Horn. I'm not a big fan of Ipecac here, mainly because it kind of diminishes the effectiveness of Jacob's Ladder. Yes, it does give you a ton of damage and the explosive shots, but to me, it's not worth it. If we were desperate for damage, or if our DPS was just really, really terrible, then I would absolutely take Ipecac, without a shadow of a doubt. But in this spot here, I don't believe that it gives us enough of an advantage to justify taking it for the risking the HP that we could have due to friendly fire and that sort of thing. So the survivability outweighs the level of advantage that Ipecac could give us in a run that we really don't need it in because our damage is so adequate currently. Yeah. Honestly, Ice Cube is not terrible. It's instant crowd control, and it pretty much instantly kills stuff as soon as you walk in. At the very least, it could slow things down too, which is very nice for crowd control as well. So I got plenty of time left to go here, although I've been looking for the boss room this entire time. And we're just going to end up doing a full clear anyway. It's a good thing that we flew through those first early levels. Try to stay in the Succubus aura as much as I can. The health up did screw up our Dark Prince's crown a little bit, but not that big of a deal. Again, our damage is adequate enough where we shouldn't really have too many issues. Get the negative here. We finally get a devil deal. And Sanguine Bond. I do want Sanguine Bond. Sanguine Bond would have been better had we had... if we had Maggie's Faith. And this is what I get for losing the Soul of Isaac. Yep. Alright, teleport meta is now in full effect here. Teleport, we just need you to take us straight to bosses. That's all we care about here. The faster we get to the boss, the safer we are on the level, we can go down to the next. It's that simple. And look at that. Right to the boss. Let's go. Teleport redeeming itself. The full soul heart that it's cost us by taking us back into the curse room has officially been saved already. Get a reverse Empress card, which is nice. Bombs are key. It doesn't really matter. Brimstone bombs. I'll take it only because we want to get down to Dark Prince's crown again. Curse the maze, so we can get shuffled here via teleport, so we gotta be a little bit careful. That Rotten Heart, which does still count for the Dark Prince's crown. Reverse Tower card and Hierophant card. Unfortunately, we can't use any of these. Well... we get a Red Heart, maybe... oh, there's a Red Heart. I do like me some Butterbean. Not better than teleport here, but I do like it. Bombing that for the slightly increased chance for a deal with the devil. I think I am going to play the sack room here. See if we can get maybe an health. A health. Yeah, let's see if we can get a health. A heart. That's what I meant. Okay, I don't really care about Mom's box. I don't really care about the Sad Onion either. Although that would be an amazing get for us if we needed it. What? Got a health up. I don't know what the heck hit us in that room. Once I walked, I guess I got too close to the mob before he died or something. I don't know. Okay, charge keys there in case we need another teleport. Oh, it's probably the creep that was underneath the poop pile. That's a pretty dirty game. Eternal Heart is great, but I'm not going to take it yet because it's going to put it at the front of the heart. Front of the bone heart, that is, for some odd reason. No devil deal. The question becomes now, how hard do we play this sack room shuffle here? I don't mind getting rid of my bone heart necessarily. Of course, now we get the red heart. No teleport there. I'm only doing this because we have a reverse tower card and we also have a health up container. Okay. And these 2 soul hearts also kind of help. Grab you. Now we could, theoretically, we could also just straight up go to Lamb. To skip Shoal. I don't necessarily hate that, but the problem is that I worry about how much HP that's going to cost me. Let's see if we can get a Tinted Rock in this room here. Because it's the only real big room that we have. We did get 1, 2 Tinted Rocks. Oh wow, it's so good. And we get an Eternal Heart here in the in this room. Yeah, I'd say that it's definitely skippable. Especially with teleport meta, we might get taken straight to Lamb, so that'd be nice. My God. Sir, you have no HP, thank you. We're gonna have to tap twice here at least. So the least amount of HP this is gonna cost us is our Hierophant card. Hopefully it doesn't cost us more than this. Alright, we got our Eternal Heart to proc here. We can get back down to Polar or not Polar Invincibility, but Dark Prince's Crown. Courtesy of Guppy's Paul. And we got taken straight to the Lamb. Let's go! Teleport meta, baby! Look at that. 2 boss snipes here from Teleport. You love to see it. USA. USA. I'm talking about Teleport. I don't know how that brimstone didn't hit us. We were definitely in the path of that. Wow, fantastic job by Teleport. Hell yeah, we're gonna do a victory lap. Second seed to Juliet Tango Romeo Whiskey 8 Bravo Echo. Fantastic plays there all around from Teleport. Look at our shot speed, man. Machine gun. DH Dizzle. We already have everything identified, so it's not that big of a deal, but it still allows us to at least see what the pills are going to be. We definitely don't need a Hematemesis pill. Yeah. My reflection. What an amazing 180 that this item has had in the last couple years, for me anyway. As it was an item that I was just it was an instant no, just no way. But then, with the amount of damage that you get and range, most of the time my reflection doesn't matter unless you've got like a brimstone run or something like that. I think that my reflection is just an overall net positive because of the amount of damage that you get from it. Okay. That was the finger, by the way. That was not me shooting the rocks there. That was the finger hitting those barrels. Fanny pack's always great. Charge baby in case we get something that an HP generator. But honestly, teleport's been doing work. Didn't always take you to the boss, but when it does, it's an exciting event. We are just smoking things. We finally get a movement speed upgrade. And I'm not going to take anything here. I'd rather have the Dark Prince's crown buff. You know, Bloody Gust. Oh, thank you, Mystery Sack. Bloody Gust is okay, but it's not great here because we're taking so little damage. Also, apparently we exited that room without actually completing it, which I didn't realize. I actually don't like Mucormycosis anymore. It cancels out the physical damage that the impact of tears make. And yes, the poison is nice, and the explosions, whenever they do go off, they're great. But yeah, I'd rather have that straight up damage. And to further elaborate on that, because I realize that some people don't like when I say that kind of stuff. To further elaborate on that, what I mean is that whenever Mucormycosis procs on an enemy, it will deal damage, but not on the initial impact of the tear hitting the enemy. It waits. It's a delayed reaction. And whenever I shoot a tear at an enemy, I just want it to do damage, and that's it. I want to say, hey, I shoot you, you take damage, and I win. That's it. That is my philosophy when it comes to tears. Anything that delays that sort of effect, that gratification of us having dealt damage immediately, is something that needs to be thought about a little bit. Trying against humanity here. We already saw the petrified poop, so we're not going to see it, but this might be worth a few extra cents. It's a satisfying room here with Jacob's ladder and the finger. Oh my god. That was an amazing chain reaction there. If you're wondering how that happened, by the way, it's because we're on Flooded Caves 2 and we have Jacob's Ladder. It's one of the few elemental environmental effects in the game. The interaction between Jacob's Ladder and Flooded Caves. Got a planetarium here. It's Mars. Second get the item here. We've already been up there. Okay, this Curse of Lost is killing me. This is where the item rooms were. Okay. I'm gonna use the Hangman card just to get a mini teleport. That was the super secret room. That's the one downside about teleporting around everywhere, is that it's very easy to lose where you have and have not been. We got taken right next to the boss room at a certain point. And we get Guppy thanks to Fallen. We get a free Guppy just there. I mean, just right there. Only one of the guppy items that we got was actually from a devil deal. You don't see that happen too often here. I'll just ruin in a hermit card. Probably take the hermit card. That right to the boss. An eternal heart too. I tell you what. Yeah, we are smoking this right now. Movement speed upgrade, definitely take it. No devil deal, which is unfortunate. We've got enough to make the shop worthwhile, so we get another birthright and act of contrition, sea dizzle. And empty heart. We don't need any more empty hearts. I'm gonna take Act of Contrition just to see if we can get a good angel deal. Mom's Eye, fantastic crowd control item. We are moving right now. Flat penny is good if you need keys. We don't right now, so really all I'm looking for is the secret room. Drop this bad boy in there and see what we get. If we can find it. See, now this is a freaking this would be one of those examples of a big honking room. Look at the size of this map, dude. Like, this is what we're talking about when people are saying that something has gone awry with the way that the maps are generated in Isaac. This is exactly what I'm talking about here. This map is unbelievably big. You don't see, there's some XL floors that aren't this big. And it's pretty absurd. Okay, I have no clue where the secret room is. There's so many twists and turns, and maybe it's below the vault. I do not know where the secret room is here. Can't be there. If it's here, I'm gonna be real mad. Already tried there. I don't remember if we tried here or not. Alright, well, you know what? Congrats, Secret Room, you beat me. I have no clue where you are on this map. This is the annoying thing about having these big freaking maps too, is that they spawn the secret rooms in the most random locations. Sackhead's pretty good. Definitely will take it. I gotta go all the way back to go get it teleport. I'm not leaving behind teleport. Yeah, this map size is. We'll never, going back to the question of the episode, we'll never get straight up confirmation on that, I don't think. But you know, we don't need to see in my mind, I don't need to see confirmation or hear confirmation from the developers in regards to whether or not maps have changed in the way that they spawn these larger skewed maps. Because we have all the evidence that we got right here. I mean, it's pretty much every single run we see at least one ridiculously sized map. Still been playing Uma Musume, the horse racing game, or more specifically, horse girl racing game. And it's surprisingly deep, I gotta say. You know, people don't want to talk about being game of the year or whatever, but, you know, I'm just saying. Move over Expedition 33. Hello, Uma Musume Pretty Derby. And that's a game, see, that is a game that I would love to put out here on the main channel. And I may do a video because it is, in a way, the main game loop in that game is a roguelite. It's straight up a roguelite. There are different events that you must take. You must take different choices at, and they can affect your horse girl. There's random events, lots of RNG in the game. It's like a Darkest Dungeon. It's like Darkest Dungeon, but anime horse girls. That's what it's kind of like. The main game loop, the career loop in the game. It's very addicting and very good. I'm not afraid to say it's good. It is a gacha game, and you know, those of you who know me, you know that I don't mind gacha games at all. I actually really enjoy gacha games if they're good. If they're scummy and if they're just kind of like okay, or they're really aggressive with pop-ups or whatever, like Raid is, then I'm usually not usually, there are some exceptions, but usually not confident enough in them. But this is definitely one of the best ones that I've seen in a while. It may also really appeal to me a lot because I do love horse racing. There's something appealing about not knowing the outcome, despite training your horses up and getting good events or whatever. You still watching the races, and you're just like, she's the favorite, but I don't know if she's gonna win, you know. And I think that's what makes it an excellent spectator sport as well, for Twitch and YouTube. A lot of fun. It's definitely a surprise hit. Kind of came out of nowhere, just like Blueprints did, just like Dune did. The gaming community on the whole has been eating good lately. Expedition 33. That is one that people have been asking me. Oh well, we got taken straight to mom. That is one that people have been asking me to play, and they said I would like it, and I know that I'll like it for sure. Sissy! I know that I would like it. It's just a matter of, do I want to spend 200-300 hours in a single player JRPG style game? The answer is no. I don't. So it's nothing against the game. That's a very me thing. But that's the reason why I've not played Expedition. I know that it's good. I've watched my friends play it. I watch Snake play it a lot on Twitch. Hell, even both of my neighbors. One of them's not even a gamer. He straight up no-lifed the game and beat it in a week. This man's a family man. He's got 2 kids, and he was like, "You got to play this game." It's also kind of it's kind of one of those things too for me, where so many people have told me that I would love this game, that I know that I'm not going to like it as much as they will, and that whenever I'm just inundated with this, like, "Hey, dude, you got to watch this. Hey, you got to play this. Hey, you got to play this." The more I hear that, the less inclined I am to play it. As dumb as it may sound, that's just how I feel, because now the expectations have been raised so high that I'm going to look for excuses to be like, this is not the best game of all time. This is not, I've played better type thing. And it's not necessarily to be a contrarian. It's just the simple fact that I'm less impressed by things that's like some other people are. And again, it's no slight to anybody out there. I'm not saying that my tastes are more refined than others. I'm just saying that's just how my personality works. It's just like JoJo all over again. People keep telling me, "Oh, you gotta watch JoJo. Have you seen JoJo? You gotta watch JoJo." The more somebody tells me I gotta do blank, the more I will not do blank. And I don't know if that just comes from me being a Taurus or just me being notoriously stubborn, which goes hand in hand with a Taurus, but that's just me, man. The world. It's a world card here. But what a run. What an Isaac run that we've got. We are we hit the gas and never looked back on this run. Really from the start. That was the moment of us just being in a unlosable situation, I think. Now, of course, you can always lose a run. But if you give someone like me this amount of power early on, I'm going to use it. And we got Little Sissy, so it's the best run of all time. Now we're definitely not in new territory or something, but we're definitely sitting pretty. Yeah, we'll go fight Old Hushy. We got 60 cents. Go say hello to Old Hushy. Jacob's Ladder and Guppy tend to do pretty well against him. You do not need more shot speed, but I'm going to take it anyway. D-Twanky. Yeah, I'll take Keeper Skin. Hive Mind would be amazing. Sad Bombs. The blanket. Should have done that actually. I should have waited on taking that heart, because it would have activated Dark Prince's Crown again, but oh well. I don't think it's going to be a big deal here. Something tells me we're going to be just fine. We do not need to get obscenely close to Isaac. We have the range. We definitely have the shot speed. No reason for us to get point blank here. The flies will reach their target eventually. And most of the shot speed and range comes from the pickup of my reflection, and the reason why I really do like that item a lot. As long as we don't have Ipecac. Apparently at some point we lost our Holy Mantle. You notice. Old Hushy's not too happy that we're outranging him right now. Get him, Zizzy. Get him. This really is a good example of how safe your range can keep you. If you ever were in a survival situation and you just needed the range, you just needed to stay safe, then that right there, it's a great illustration of how much more safer range can make your runs. And I think it's definitely worth mentioning that it helps to have like good tier effects, obviously. But if we're just talking strictly in the sense of raw stats, range is a very underrated stat. It usually gets poo-pooed upon because it's obviously not the sexiest stat to get from a boss. There are certainly better stats you can get from a boss, but when you've got good range, everything else just kind of falls into place. There's no way I can get this without hurting myself, I don't think. Oh, there we go. No idea where I'm going. We're just kind of going. Seems like the right way, maybe. Yeah, we can just walk in a room and just start blasting, and there's not much the game's gonna be able to do about it. Just based sheerly on our shot speed alone. And Jacob's Ladder. Trying to stay in the Succubus aura as much as I can to boost our damage and, more importantly, our fly damage. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely dominated. Butterbean again. Yeah. I'm just going to take Rotten Tomato. We got little Sissy in tow, and I think that's all we need. So what a run. That's 3 in a row now. The streak goes to 3. For just insanely solid runs in July. And, you know, I hate to say I told you so, but we are... It absolutely is appearing like we manifested the whole this is the turning point thing. And, you know, I'll take it. It was a fantastic run from the start. If you enjoyed this episode, everyone, make sure you click that like button. Remember, we still have a couple more to go on the Get Down Mr. President Challenge, which will eventually happen here or there. But if it doesn't, let's put it this way, if it doesn't happen by the end of this week, then I will change it up. Because it's definitely the longest tenured like streak at this point, and I don't want it to linger for too much longer. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a great start to your new week here in the Mosh Pit, and thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. As always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like things at pages of mine like the Larger Trout, Yami, and Hunter Douglas. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of tonight's episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.